The end. What a great book, Pooh Kitty. I love a good story, especially one with cool pictures.
Wow.
This one had robots and aliens and these incredibly heroic bunnies.
No, that's Cuckoo Pants.
I was just telling Pooh Kitty about the story I read.
That's a coinky dink. For our imagination mission today, I was hoping we could talk about stories.
Where'd that idea come from?
Oh, my super cool English teacher, Dr. Bickersteth, wants us to tell a story in class. We can do any sort of story we want and share it however we want.
Sounds like a great way to spend some time. What do you say?
What do you say? Come on over, we'll sing and we'll play. 'Cause everything's going our way. Hey there, what do you say? How do you do? It's so good to be with a friend like you. Just think of all the wonderful things we can do. Hello, how do you do? So come on.
Stories are a good part of any day. Do you have any ideas yet, Brandy?
Once upon a time. That's all. Although I think maybe I'll end with, and they lived happily ever after. The end. Or finis. Oh, bleh. I guess I don't have much of anything.
You gotta start somewhere.
Once upon a time is a lovely way to start a tale. No option there is unavailable to you to start a story. No telling where it goes. Like a river to the ocean flows, like open fields below your toes. It's wide open, so who knows? This is a story, this is a tale about a fish. You think she's a whale, for her heart is big and her feelings strong. No matter she's only 5 inches long. I'll take one of these, 2 of that. I think I've got that wrong, oh drat. But that's okay, I've got a pen. I can do that line over again. Once upon a time, that's good, it sort of has a ring, like a melody you want to sing. The possibilities unending, like birds into the air, like breezes blowing through your hair, like flowers spreading everywhere. It's wide open, so who knows?
Oh, the possibilities are endless, aren't they? Oh, the possibilities are endless, aren't they? What do you do to get started?
What comes after Once Upon a Time? I think maybe it would help if we talked about the parts of a story.
Oh, my super cool English teacher, Dr. Bickersteth, went over that in class. Let's see, you've got, the people, or vegetables, or the dudes the story is about. And, I wish Dr. Bickersteth was here.
All right, class. First, we need someone for the story to be about. Yes, Joel.
Joel and Brandy, the super brave explorers.
Sure. And Joel and Brandy is what part of the story? Brandy.
The characters?
Characters. Next, we need a place for the story to happen. Joel.
How about New Jersey?
And New Jersey is?
Pretty wild from what I've heard.
Oh,
Brandy.
the setting. Nailed it.
And then?
They need a goal. something they are trying to do. Like maybe the super brave explorers are searching for Bigfoot, the mysterious hairy creature.
If they reach their goal without anything happening, it would be...
A pretty short story.
Oh, and pretty boring. And we don't want to get boarditis. So we need something to happen. Something to try to stop them from finding Bigfoot.
Exactly. The conflict. The conflict, or the problem, is what the characters need to try to overcome in order to reach their goal.
So, like, Bigfoot could keep sneaking behind different buildings while the super brave explorers are chasing after him.
The story is sounding pretty good.
This is a story
Set in New Jersey,
About Joel and Brandy.
the very brave explorers.
for Bigfoot they are searching.
Where's the monster lurking?
Our methods are not working.
Hey, I've got an idea. Bigfoot, where are you? Here, Bigfoot, Bigfoot, where are you? Here, Bigfoot. How do you think you find a scary, hairy Bigfoot? You'd think it would be so easy, given the fact he's hairy, scary, and has big feet. Oh, where can he be? Bigfoot, where are you? Here, Bigfoot. I think I saw him duck behind that red brick building. Oh, now I think he's over there. Look, there are footprints far too large on this cracked sidewalk. I'm thinking that he must be near. Did I see him run behind that lady's shoe store? Hey, now I've got an idea. Maybe a giant hairy Bigfoot's not so scary. And maybe he is really a she. Girlfriend, it is so hard to find the right shoes.
Okay, ready to get back to figuring out your story?
Oh, I sure am. But I really liked the last one we did.
Excuse me.
Hello, Mr. Flabbinjaw.
Yes, hello. Up to your regular silliness, I see.
Nothing regular about it.
We saw Bigfoot today.
What? Come to think of it, I did read in a newspaper at the grocery store that Bigfoot was visiting Elvis. No, boo, never mind.
Can we help you with something, Mr. Flabbinjaw?
Yes, you can. A while ago, I lent you a book which I found especially good.
What a nice neighbor you are, Mr. Flabbinjaw.
Are you talking about the history and treatment of foot fungus?
Precisely. I hope you found it stimulating.
Well, I definitely found it different. But I normally prefer a book with more of a story.
You mean one with characters, a setting, goal, and conflict?
Liberty gibbet. Look, Brandy, let me tell you something. A book can be good for you, but a book can be really good for you when it shows you something practical. Practical. It means you can use it in life.
Oh, you mean like explorer tips in your search for Bigfoot?
Oh, boo. Can I get my book back?
No, of course. Here you go, neighbor. Thanks for thinking of me.
Of course. I'd be happy to lend you the next in the series, Skin Rashes.
You know, Mr. Flabbinjaw does make you think. Stories may be fun, but they're also one of the best ways to teach you stuff.
Maybe I've got something to teach. A story that will change the world. That will be my goal. Oh, it's as if I am the character in my own story.
What's your conflict or problem going to be?
Oh, well, right now, I'm trying to figure out how to tell my story. There's so many choices. Yeah, that's a problem, huh?
Don't worry, Brandy. This is one hurdle I know you can overcome. Hey!
Oh!
Albertus Xavier, Hedgeworth III, at your service. But you, my creative friends, may call me Hedge.
Hi, Hedge.
Hedge, oh, I'm so glad you're here, Hedge.
thank you.
Stories sound so much better in a British accent.
Yes.
Once upon a time, there were some brave knights drinking tea and eating crumpets.
Yes, well, Brandy, what is lovely about stories is that they're often full of wonderful words.
Like balderdash and cheerio and oh, Prince William.
Yes, well, those, or perhaps the fun-sounding word I just heard. Drum roll, please.
Good word list is the good word list is the good word list.
The good word for today is hurdle.
Hurdle!
A barrier that must be jumped over, like runners sometimes do in a race.
But we're not in a race, Hedge.
Yes, Brandy, but a hurdle can also be a problem you need to overcome.
Like trying to figure out how to tell my story. That's a hurdle.
Yes, and you must jump over it, Brandy. Well, figuratively speaking, that is. I know you can do it. If I may, I think a little brainstorming will show you that you have many friends who tell stories in their own way. And I'll add that puppet shows are a delightful way to tell stories. The end.
Hi, Hedge.
Oh, yes, hello, Jackson. You startled me. I was caught up in my book.
Caught by your book?
Yes.
I'll save you.
What? Oh, yes. Oh my, Jackson. Thank you for your brave sacrifice.
No problem, Hedge. So were you just over at Joel's?
Why, indeed I was.
I was just over at that nice guy's house.
Mr. Flabbinjaw's?
Flippity, nuttity, jibbity, nut, nut. He's hilarious. If his head was a lid and you opened it up, all you'd see down to his tippy toes would be nuts.
Dare I ask, what did you find to be so hilarious?
He was sitting on his bouncy thing.
His lawn chair?
Yeah, and he had his socks off, and he was looking at his book, then looking at his feet, then looking at his book, then looking at his feet.
Yes, Jackson. Well, I think Mr. Flabbinjaw was trying to learn something from his book.
Ooh, maybe. But it sure was nice of him to set out a sock like that for me.
He did what?
For carrying nuts around.
Hey, so how are you going to tell your story, Brandy?
I don't know.
Well, Hedge reminded us that we know all sorts of people who tell stories in different ways.
Hello, dears.
Hi, Grandma Zippy.
Mwah. I was just with my friend Shirley B. We had the best tea time.
Oh, tea and crumpets.
Tea time. We were playing golf, dear. Although the owners of the golf course weren't very happy with us.
Why not?
They felt we didn't need caddies or a full sets of golf clubs.
Why would that be?
Well, perhaps it had something to do with it being miniature golf, dear.
Good story. Brandy is trying to decide how to tell her story, Grandma Zippy.
Well, I've always loved the theater. Plays are a wonderful way to tell stories.
Hello, Greg, my super talented big-time theater director friend.
You left out handsome, Joel. Just kidding. I'll settle for strangely good-looking.
Want to help tell my story, Greg?
But of course. All the world's a stage.
Joel's yard is part of all the world.
Well, it is, isn't it? We'll need some really elaborate costumes. And some fantastical makeup. And some grand props. And set pieces.
Oh!
I'm not sure Brandy's decided what her story's going to be yet, Greg.
Oh, of course. Good thing I didn't bring in the wild animals then.
You know, it would be super cool to do a play, but I'm not sure that's how I want to tell my story.
How about a song?
Right on.
Steve, the super cool guitar player.
Rock on, Steve.
Check this out.
One day my hound dog Sadie Sue and I went for a walk. We often went out in the woods so we could really talk. She spied a possum waddle in the distance, so she ran. I followed after so I could have possum for my pan. I lost her on that fateful day, my Sadie Sue was gone. I searched those woods all evening and I cried till it was dawn. I swore I'd never love again. I couldn't eat a thing. A month went by, but time could not erase the painful sting. Last Tuesday, Sadie trotted home as perfect as can be. But now, she's out all night, sleeps all day, hanging by her tail in a tree. Yee-haw.
Good story, Steve. But I'm not sure I want to tell my story as a song.
My friend Susannah's a really good poet. She tells stories through poems.
Hello.
Susannah, Brandy, Susannah.
Hi. This is called the traveling leaf.
Oh, may I?
I took a walk one day and spied a maple leaf ahead. Bright, green, big as my hand. And, it seemed, on its way someplace. Hello, maple leaf, I bent to say, but it kept floating, slowly moving over the ground. Now, the wind's got invisible strength. It whistles and paws through the trees. And my neighbor boys tease their kitty cat with tiny tufts of things tied to a string. But I have never, ever seen a lone traveling leaf. I gently picked it up and saw it wasn't the wind, it wasn't a string. Underneath scrambled a line of ants. I counted 7. Oh, I said, hello, you ants, and set their treasure down. Heave-ho, I thought I heard small voices say, and onward, onward we go.
This is so much fun! Sorry. What else? Hedge told us puppets can tell stories.
Albertus Xavier, Hedge with a third, at your service. But all of you may call me Hedge.
Hi,
Yes, hello.
But Hedge, we said puppets, not hedgehogs.
Precisely why I'm here, Brandy. I have a little secret.
Are you a...
Yes, Brandy, yes. I am a puppeteer. My secret hobby is putting on puppet shows. I made these with the bottoms of egg cartons. This is the story of the 3 little pigs. Etc., etc. Thank you. You're too kind.
So how are you going to tell your story, Brandy?
I'm going to tell my story in all these ways.
How wonderful.
Brilliant! Oh, we can invite some of our friends over to watch.
Yeah, just tell us what to do.
You liking it?
Really like it.
Hi, everyone. Time for Brandy's story. It's called The Perfect Grilled Cheese Sandwich.
Once upon a time, there was a princess cowgirl president.
I couldn't decide.
One day, when she was at the White House, a mouse walked in.
Oh, no! A mouse! Hey, how did you get past Secret Service?
I am a magical mouse, you see. I come and I go as need be. And need be great, you will agree. For I've learned of a secret recipe.
What do you mean, a secret recipe?
The recipe for the perfect grilled cheese. Sandwich, that is. Yummy, yummy, yummy!
That is my goal, to find that recipe. Where do I find it?
In the land of flibberty-gibberty. But please, Madam President, would you take me? For I too love grilled cheese. And if I'm honest, I'm a little lonely.
Oh, well, I would love a friend on my journey. It's lonely at the top.
They headed off in search of the land of flibberty-gibberty. Little did they know they would have many conflicts to overcome along the way. Princess Cowgirl President Brandy and her magical mouse friend traveled over a volcano, across a giant pit filled with alligators, and through the dark jungle.
But we overcame those problems by wearing sensible shoes.
Then it got really dangerous. They had to stop to go potty at a really yucky gas station with really gross bathrooms.
But we overcame near death by plugging our noses and holding our breath.
The final leg of their journey was across the ocean. As they neared the land of flibberty-gibberty, they heard a song.
Grilled cheese sandwiches, I've got them here. Delicious, delectable, the best is near. Grilled cheese sandwiches, just float on over for a taste. They're almost gone, there's no time to waste. Grilled cheese.
It is my goal. We've reached it. Hooray!
But as they paddled nearer the jagged rocks, they realized it was a trick.
Hey, you can't trick us. We can smell. No grilled cheese as far as we can tell.
Yeah, shame on you.
Sorry. I was lonely.
Well, why didn't you say that? Do you love grilled cheese sandwiches?
I do.
Well, then come along with us.
And so the three of them came to the land of flibberty-gibberty together. But waiting for them on the shore was the mighty wizard.
Who goes there?
3 lovers of grilled cheese sandwiches on the quest for the perfect recipe.
Do you think it's so easy?
Well, no. We've come so far and jumped over so many hurdles.
I will give you the recipe.
Woohoo!
But first, you must answer this question.
Well, that sounds like an exciting way to overcome this conflict and reach my goal.
And the question is this: what is my favorite color?
How are we supposed to know that?
Fine, forget it then. Very well, leave me.
Phew. Oh, well, better luck next time.
Wait! Aren't you even going to guess?
Huh? What? Okay. My favorite color is pink.
And mine's blue.
And mine, I think, is blue, too.
What is yours?
What? You're supposed to answer my question.
Oh, well, we thought it would be nice to get to know you.
Yeah, and you seem kind of lonely, and we know what that's like.
It's true, I am lonely. And it makes me act all mean and crabby because of it.
Thank you for being so kind to me, even though I was snappy with you.
And then the wizard shared his recipe for the perfect grilled cheese sandwich with them. Do you know what that recipe was?
The perfect grilled cheese sandwich is one you share with friends. And they all live happily ever after.
What a fun day, Pooh Kitty.
Wow.
Lots of stories. What's better than a good story? Just think about today. We had robots and aliens and heroic bunnies, Bigfoot, Princess Cowgirl President, a magical mouse, a crazy wizard, and grilled cheese sandwiches with friends.